Alright, quiz 5, solutions for Math 95. Let's see, the first question, we're asked to find the intersection and the union of these two sets. Let's see, so what we got here, set A, written in set builder notation, is saying the set of all x such that 2 minus 3x is less than 32. So let's see, to solve that, to figure out what x's we're talking about, all we have to do is, subtract 2 from both sides of the equation, and then divide both sides by -3. Remember, when you divide by a negative, you flip the inequality. And so what set A really is just all x's that are greater than -10. And we can do something similar with set B. Set B, we're saying it's the set of all x such that -2x over 3 is greater than or equal to 4. So let's see, to solve this guy, multiply both sides by 3. Divide both sides by -2. When you divide by the -2, you flip the inequality, so we get x is less than or equal to -6. So greater than -10, less than or equal to -6. Maybe it'll help to graph these guys out here. Let's see, let's use some color. This right here, x greater than -10, if this is 0 and this is -10, we're talking about all that stuff. And this one over here, maybe we do this guy in red. We're saying x is less than or equal to -6. So if we throw -6 there, we want to include that point. So I'll color it in a little bit. And then it's all that stuff. So maybe from this sloppy picture we can figure out the union and the intersection. Let's see, the union is everything that's in one set or the other. Well, it looks like we're going to get everything, right? Everything bigger than this point is in blue, and everything less than this point is in red. So the union, let's see, did it say how we had to express? Didn't say we had to use interval notation, so you can use whatever you want. But the union would be something like all real numbers. Maybe you write it like that. And the intersection would be the things that are in both red and blue. So let's see, it starts at -10, doesn't include -10, goes all the way up to -6, which it does include. So this right here would be your answer to the first one. See the second one. Okay, now we're doing inequalities, but we have an absolute value sign. Express the values of x that satisfy the following inequality in interval notation. Let's see, so we got absolute value of 3 minus 2x minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. The way I like to do these is first add the 6 over to the other side. You don't have to do it in this order, it just makes it a little bit less likely to make mistakes. And then think about our absolute value here. If 3 minus 2x is a positive number, the absolute value sign doesn't do anything. If 3 minus 2x is a negative number, then what the absolute value sign does is it multiplies this whole thing by -1, which is this negative sign here. So we got two inequalities set up that we need to solve. Let's see, subtract 3 from both sides. Divide both sides by -2. Remember, dividing by a negative flips the inequality. And we get x is greater than -3/2. Let's see, over here, maybe you distribute the negative. Add 3 to both sides. Divide both sides by 2. So what do we end up with? X is greater than or equal to -3/2. And x is less than or equal to -9/2. So in interval notation, what we're saying is we want to start at -3/2, and we want to include that point because it's greater than or equal to, and go all the way up to 9/2, which we also want to include. And this right here is our answer. That's the end of the quiz.